the team's not here. Lawrence Academy has a teacher workshop today, so Coach Kirk was not able to get his guys here. Presbyterian is on their way to New Jersey to play Monmouth tomorrow at 1 o'clock, so we wish Coach Spangler and the Blue Hose well. But we did have one game last night, so we're going to go ahead and call on Coach Weiner with the Lawrence Raiders.
I'm going to make this real short so Coach Pough can have all the time, but not a whole lot to say about the last two games. We got beat, and it wasn't pretty, okay? But I'm not going to say anything other than that to introduce. I brought three young men with us here from Lawrence, and if you watch some of our younger teams play, we're very excited about where we're headed. We got a lot of tough, hard-nosed kids that are playing football for us. I know this sounds like a broken record, but we started 10 10th graders last night, and as bad as that can be at times, you know, we knew that it would be able to play it forward a little bit for us in the future. But we got to just stand up. We got Lyndon Goff, Garrett Addy, and Jackson Mann. These are three 10th graders that all started and played for us last night against Northwestern. And these three guys are tough, hard-nosed football kids. And we got a lot of those in our 10th grade or 9th grade, and we're excited about that. We talked about that all the way home last night, you know, how excited we are to work with these guys moving forward, because those, when you look up the definition of football player, that's what these guys are. And that's, you know, gives us hope, and you know, that's all we know to go back to work and be positive, and this is certainly a whole lot of positive right here. Thank y'all.
All right, next up, the Red Devils have a big game at Seneca tonight, so we'll call on Coach Andrew Webb.
The past 2 weeks we're 1-1. 2 weeks ago we had a really big conference game against Broome, and 21-19. Midway through the fourth quarter, and couldn't quite finish the drive when we needed to. Couldn't go off the field on defense when we needed to. So set up a game this past week at Woodruff that we really had to win to get into the playoffs, and we did play really well on offense and defense. So we are headed to Seneca tonight. We are really excited about the opportunity that we have. You know, we feel like we can go play, you know, with anybody if we can put 4 quarters together. So the guys, we brought some guys up here. Tyler Simmons. Tyler was our player of the week on the offensive line this past week versus Woodruff. He has come a really, really long way, you know, from where he was this time last year to the beginning of the year, getting into the mix, and now, you know, he's a consistent starter for us on our offensive line. Titus Hood was player of the week versus Broome. Titus, you know, we went for a while. I don't know, Titus, had you played a defensive rep before the Broome game? Titus had not played one defensive rep in a game versus Broome. And we really, you know, we were having some breakdowns that was getting really frustrating, and we took Titus for one reason. Titus, tell them why. Why did we take you? Because we would.
They trust him.
Because I trust him. We took Titus for no other reason than we could trust him. We said, Titus, this is what you're going to do. And this is what you're going to do every time the ball snaps. That's exactly what he did. You know, because we can trust him. And he, you know, now he hasn't come off the field. So, real proud of him. Jamarcus Cook, he's been up here with us before. Jamarcus is, you know, he's playing. The reason that Jamarcus is playing more defense is because Kyle's playing offense. But those guys, you know, they can. Jamarcus still plays both ways, and we're going to need him to have a really big game tonight. Mark, he's been up here before. 2 weeks ago versus Broome, Mark probably had the best individual defensive performance that we've had of the year. This past week versus Woodruff, he had another game with 6 or 7 tackles. He rushed 26 times, 244 yards, I think. So he, you know, everybody knows what Mark can do. We're going to need him to have another big night tonight. So we're real excited about the opportunity that we have. We feel good about where we are. We've had a really good week of practice. Our younger guys, to add on to what Coach Leonard said, you know, our younger guys have also had a really, really good year. Our 8th grade team, 7th grade team finished 7-1. Our 8th grade team was undefeated. Coach Cunningham and Coach Glenn are here with us today. Coach Glenn is our defense. Coach Cunningham is defensive back coach. Coach Glenn coaches our running backs, but they collectively, you know, they go coach our JV team. And those guys finished our conference undefeated. So we're real excited about the guys that we have on those younger levels too. Thank you, Coach Templeton, for coming. Coach Glenn, Coach Cunningham, those are two Red Devils that played, come back, coach, and they work their tails off. And we sure love them. But thank you for all your support. Thank you for having us, and we'll see you guys again in a few weeks.
All right, now to our guest speaker. Buddy Pough is in his 15th season as head football coach at South Carolina State, where he also went to school. Did a 14-year tenure at the school. Coach Pough has compiled an overall record of 112-51 and 87-24 in the MEAC. His teams have also won 2 MEAC titles, 2008 and 2009. They shared 4 other titles in 2004, 10, 13, and 14, and they've made 4 trips to the prestigious FCS playoffs in 2008, 9, 10, and 13. Please give a Lawrence County welcome to Coach Buddy Pough.
Thank you. Thank you, Billy. It's always a pleasure to get out around our state and see all the different fun people that I get a chance to meet from time to time, the new old acquaintances and all that kind of stuff. You guys that are here today, congratulations. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Do y'all need this? Do I need this? I put it down.
We got a group back in the flag.
Okay, so I do need to put that up to my mouth. I do. Good enough, I want to make sure. But now, you guys, I think it's Rule 7-9. If y'all ever seen the NCAA manual about that thing, we got all the different rules. Minus a square root or something says that, I can't congratulate you guys in a place like this, or some kind of deal like that. So, if any of you should see any of these guys out on around the town or whatever, just tell them that Coach Buddy Pough said congratulations. Thank you so much, guys. We need you guys to lead and to do some good things. It was sometime in November in a town I can't remember. I was taking home a pint of whiskey and drinking with foolish pride when my feet began to stutter and I fell down into a gutter when a pig came up and laid down by my side. So I lay there in the gutter thinking thoughts I dare not utter. A lady passing by was heard to say, "You can tell a man who boozes by the company he chooses." When the pig got up and slowly walked away. Now, even a pig don't want to hang out with a drunk, guys, or with any other kind of people. So we expect you guys to lead and walk away from anything that goes some kind of way other than what it's supposed to be in these times. We need you guys to be leaders and to take us in the right direction. I'm a big touchdown club guy. When they say touchdown clubs, I get excited. The big reason is because we actually put one of these together in Orangeburg. Coach Spangler, right next door, has been down. He comes down every year. Actually, this is his first year because he just got back over to PC to speak at our club. And then we have Coach Todd Knight, and then we have Walker guys. And it's a gathering of football fans, friends, and that kind of stuff. And we support South Carolina State and all the high schools in the area. It's always fun to see those guys, get these awards and be recognized and all that kind of stuff. And, we like to make sure, that we have things that encourage you guys to go out and do good, play good, and do good things in your community and all that kind of stuff. So if you get a chance to, support these clubs, all of you sponsors and all that kind of stuff, please, do everything you can to keep these things going because it's a dying breed now. And not very many of them anymore. Columbia still has one. Charleston doesn't have theirs anymore. Anderson still has one. I go over there and speak, occasionally. I think there's one over in the PD, Myrtle Beach, that kind of way. But now that's pretty much it. The rest of those particular things are gone by the wayside. So, be proud of the fact that you still have yours going here. Got all kind of relationships and friends here. Dr. Peters over here, you're a superintendent over in Lawrence. I think District 5 School. Let me tell you something. I interviewed, I guess maybe 20 years ago. See Coach Bobby Ivan back there somewhere back in the olden times for the Lawrence High School football head job. I don't know exactly which spot it was, that kind of stuff. I'm sure they found a heck of a lot better than me, but now it was a lot of fun coming up here And I've been here recruiting guys, the Nate Garrett's of the world. You know, we used to have a bunch of Lawrence, South Carolina State folk here. And have any of y'all ever seen Rob Beasley sing a Swinger Golf Club? Rob, do y'all know who Rob Beasley is? The guy from the funeral home down. He got this big old, he hits it a mile, and he looks like he might be, you know, getting wound up for one of those a tornado effect kind of deal. But he rounds, and then he hits it like 500 yards out that way. But he's a guy, you know, Jet Johnson. Y'all don't know anything about it. This is a little history for you guys. I worked with a guy named Robert Jet Johnson. And Jet was the guy who recruited all of the football guys down to South Carolina State, Clinton too, back in the old days. And he was the head coach at Sanders High School. Now Sanders High School was the old black high school back before immigration. Now y'all don't even know that, guys. Y'all don't have any clue, you know, what that's about. But now, supposedly, he had some knockdown dragouts with a guy named Willie Jeffries, and Coach Jeffries at that time was the head coach over the high school in Gaffney called Grenard High School. And so they played back and forth, and eventually once Coach Jeffries got the head job at South Carolina State, then he then hired Coach Johnson, who was the head coach at Sanders High School, to come down to South Carolina State and be an assistant for many, many years. He was a track coach and all that kind of stuff. So now that's your Lawrence, South Carolina State history and all of that kind of stuff. We got a bunch of guys, South Carolina State, you know, we got a big tradition to turn out a lot of great players. Of course, you know that we've got, you know, guys in the NFL from all over. We got guys in the Hall of Fame. We've got the Harry Carsons and the Deacon Jones, the Mary Mottlers. We've got the only 3 Hall of Fame NFL guys from the state of South Carolina. And you know, those guys have gone away some time ago, but Harry Carson, who played with me, excuse me. Yeah, I guess I said it right. Harry, you know, people always talk about these great players in your team, and everybody thinks that you know, when you got a guy on your team, I played with Harry, I always say Harry Carson played with me, okay? So, you know, I'm sure, you know, I was really about as good a player as he is, but big boy, you see him now, he still looks like he can play. But you've got still a tradition and a legend, I guess, of continuing to send guys to the NFL. We've got 7 guys now that are on teams, whether on active squads. We got this Joe Thomas guy. How many of y'all remember the Joe Thomas story from last year? We had a guy last year who played for us who was 56 years old when he played. And what really made it unusual was the fact that he also had a son who was playing linebacker for the Green Bay Packers at the same time. So Joe Thomas Jr. was playing for the Packers last year, and Joe Thomas Sr. was playing for our team. He actually played in 2 games at the end of the season last year. So, you know, we got the record last year for having the oldest player in the history of college football to be playing in an active football game. So, you know, that was a big deal for us. But now we've got Antonio Hamilton still with the Raiders, and we've got Raphael Bush down in Wagner, South Carolina. All these are South Carolina guys. Antonio's from Edgefield, South Carolina, Strong Thurman High School. Joe Thomas is from Blackfield, South Carolina. Tamarick Hemingway is from Northborough Beach. And then we got another guy, Javaris Lehman. Javaris Lehman's from over at Woodruff, South Carolina. That's on the team right now. And then we got one guy, Scoot Simmons, has been the Panthers on the practice squad. He's from right there in Charlotte. He's from Charlotte. But now these guys continue, you know, to carry on the tradition of doing great things. You know, our school, you know, I'm sure you saw the news. You had some issues. You know, we think we're digging out of it. We think we're at the point now where we're beginning to, you know, to get back on our feet again. The state helped us. You know, our alumni helped us. Everybody did, you know, a neat deal of working to get us back to, you know, square one. And we're excited we can be to be back on our feet again. So now as we start to rebuild our football program a little bit, because we hadn't been quite as good this year as we've been in the past, we're back on the recruiting deal. Again, trying to find, you know, some good players. And I might see a player or 2, you know, around here sometimes. And when you're recruiting, you got to put your best foot forward. You got to make sure that you know, do everything you can to make yourself as attractive as you possibly can to these recruits and that kind of stuff. So, you know, there were these 3 guys, you know, that were being recruited. Well, actually, they weren't being recruited. They had just passed away. And they go up to the pearly gates. And as they get to the pearly gates, they meet St. Peter. St. Peter standing there and said, guys, you meet me. You at the pearly gates. And you can come in any time you want to. But let me tell you what, before you come in, we're going to give you an opportunity to go down and check out the other place too. It's like on a 3-day visit, you know, kind of like a recruiting visit. And so you can come in here and look around for a couple of days, and you can go down there, you know, another place. So that place they call, you know, well, the fire and brimstone, all that kind of stuff. It's called HELL. It's downstairs. You can go down there and look around for a couple of days too. So they decided we could go either place. The guy says, and St. Peter said, yeah, you go either place. So you got your choice. So the guy said, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll try. So they go down to hell. Elevator doors open. They look out there, and there's this beautiful golf course sitting right out there at the doors of hell. They walk around a little bit and see some of the most beautiful women, you know, bars with top shelf everything, you know, all kind of great things to do, all kind of video games, all kind of this, everything you can imagine. They even saw 2 or 3 of their friends walk around down in hell. So they stayed out there for 2 or 3 days, they really like it. They decide, you know what, this is pretty good, but you know, we need to at least go back and take a look at him. Because I know it can't be any better than this, but we need to at least kind of go up and look around. So they do. They go up and they go to heaven. And heaven is just what they say it is. It's heaven, everything. You know, honey and milk, fresh air, clean everything. Everything's white. You know, just heaven. You know, you can imagine what the word means. So then they go back to St. Peter after 3 days, and they say to him, say, listen, say, we really like heaven. Say, but our boys, say, our golf course, our friends are down in here. Say, and between the two right now, and we know you got a waiting list for heaven, we're going to help you out a little bit. We're going to go down the hill. So they do. And they go down, and as soon as they open that same elevator door, they walk out, and there's fire everywhere. And there's a doggone big, mean-looking something that comes out of that fire. And it's the devil. And the devil is looking at him, and he's the ugliest thing they've ever seen. I mean, there's lava running out of him. He's so ugly, lava's running back that way. And they look him in the eyes, they say, wait a minute, we were just here 3 days ago. And that doggone spot that you stand on, there was a golf course right there. And there were all kinds of pretty doggone girls over there. What happened? The devil said, yeah, you're right, but that was on your recruiting trip. So now, as you go about this recruiting deal, you get a little bit better feel for how we try to do things sometimes. We got to make it really pretty when you get them there. We got to get some good players in there. So we're looking forward to actually getting back on the road again to you know, doing all the neat things that we got to do to be successful at South Carolina State. So, you know, I'm looking forward to another year or two, you know, doing this thing. It's been about 40 years for me in this business, 40 years. I've been all over. You didn't hear I've been a high school guy. I brought high school teams in here. I've been a college guy. You know, this thing, you know, this coaching deal, you know, it might be the most joyous experience, fun kind of way to make a living I've ever known. So I'm looking forward to coaching as long as they let me. And, you know, hopefully some of you will come down to visit us. Some of you young men come down to check on us sometime. Are there any questions? Okay, if there aren't, listen, I appreciate you all. Look forward to seeing you all sometime soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. I'm not sure what year it was, but I saw Coach Pough's Fairfield Central team play Clinton. This has been years ago, and probably that's the first time I ever heard of Coach Buddy Pough, and that was one of the best high school football teams that I had seen at that time. And Coach Pough was as he is in South Carolina State, was a great high school coach as well. Another story that I heard this week, I know Clemson's playing Seneca tonight at Seneca. Interesting story. The last time that Clemson played Seneca in the first round of the playoffs was 2001. And in 2001, in that game, the Red Devils won 10-7. Correct, Buddy? Buddy's my Clemson historian. Anytime I have a question, I talk to Buddy. And in that 10-7 game, there was a guy that threw for a touchdown pass and also intercepted 3 passes in that game. And he said in a message that that was probably the greatest game he ever had. That was head coach Andrew Webb, 2001, for that first round victory for the Red Devils. So, Coach, we hope that you have the same fortunes tonight. Good luck to you. We got Christy, if you want to come over and do our door prizes. We got Regional Healthcare that's doing our door prizes today. She's going to draw the numbers, and then Bill's going to do the